Trump has officially built a massive crypto pro team behind him. And I think that a lot of people are overlooking how big this will be for the crypto space. I understand that in the last roughly 12 months, right, this market has not done well under Trump. However, there's also been a ton of things happening this year that definitely affected the market in a negative way. Not to mention, of course, the liquidity sweep that happened around the crypto space. That definitely also affected the uptrend in a much larger way than most people perceive. And it goes all the way back to that October 10th date. But going forward, fundamentals are only getting stronger around this space. And on top of that, we are constantly seeing more and more pro crypto players joining this admin to ensure that the US is, of course, a financial leader in crypto for generations to come. Let's start off with, of course, the digital chamber, because going all the way back to October 24th, because this is when we first got the nomination for Michael Selig for the CFTC chair. And we have here, we confidently support the nomination of Michael Selig as CFTC chair. This is the critical era for crypto policy, and Michael is prepared to lead CFTC from day one with a strong understanding of crypto's potential to position the US as a financial leader for generations. Now, within this, we do have the full quote regarding this. Obviously, we have, this is a critical era for crypto policy. He's prepared to lead this agency. He is a voice our country needs as Congress continues to shape market structure, and we hope the Senate will swiftly confirm him as the next chief of the CFTC. Now, we officially got the announcement that he was officially sworn in on the 22nd. And how big is this for the space? Well, it's very good for the space because we are now starting to see more and more higher ranked individuals that are pro crypto. And this is very good for the evolution of crypto. And it's also very good for the adoption, acceptance, and integration of crypto in the US. Now, we do have here from Chad, Michael Selig was officially sworn in today for the CFTC, and will have the crypto market structure bill as his top priority to accept as the new law. And we do have here, I'm grateful for the confidence President Trump has placed in me and for the opportunity to lead the CFTC at this pivotal time. Today begins a new chapter for the CFTC. We are at a unique moment as a wide range of novel technologies, products, and platforms are emerging. Retail participation in the commodity markets is at an all-time high, and Congress is poised to send digital asset market structure legislation to the president's desk, cementing the U.S. as the crypto capital of the world. I welcome the vital responsibility to oversee the stability and security of America's commodity derivatives markets during this period of rapid transformation. No agency is better suited to pioneer common sense rules of the road for the new financial markets of America's golden age than the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Under my leadership, the CFTC will conquer these great frontiers and ensure that the innovations of tomorrow are made in America. So again, digital assets and the market structure bill are at the top priority list, and this is very exciting stuff. Now, we also did hear from Michael back in October, and this is Trump's CFTC chair nominee Michael Selig said the goal out loud: make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. Big shout to Cryptos R Us for this. He's talking about cutting unnecessary red tape, scaling back duplicate roles, and opening the door for innovation instead of suffocating it. If this is the direction the next CFTC chair takes, it's not just bullish for Bitcoin, it's a full policy shift. Regulators used to fight crypto. Now they're planning how to compete for it.
Is that true? Does that apply to the rulemaking process that you guys would have to go through? Are you aware of that order?
Yeah, so the goal is deregulation. The goal is kind of making the United States the crypto capital of the world and also the best place to do business in the world. And part of what adds burden to operating a business or engaging in commerce, right, are these regulations. And sometimes they're very duplicative. Sometimes they're unnecessary. I mean, I think our chairman most recently, talking about a form PF, mentioned that, we should have the minimum amount of disclosure as necessary. You shouldn't be imposing additional burdens where it's not needed. And so we're certainly taking a hard look in line with the president's directive to make sure that all of our regulations are what's necessary, no more than what's necessary. And I think that's really the idea. There are some administrative requirements due to this executive order around deregulatory versus regulatory, and that's something that the commission must consider when it issues new rules and kind of what it can take off the table.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if we are hearing these types of discussions from someone like Michael, it's clear that he is looking at crypto in a completely different light than what we've previously, were seeing, right? And I'm very excited about this because, again, it's a full pro crypto shift here. Even Caroline D. Pham said, "I'm thrilled to welcome Michael as the 16th chairman of the CFTC. His pragmatic common sense approach will ensure that the CFTC strikes the right balance of innovation and market integrity. It has been the honor of a lifetime to lead the CFTC during such a historic moment for market structure and innovation. I'm incredibly proud of the CFTC and all its dedicated staff for their hard work and commitment this year to deliver on our pledge to get back to basics and regular order. As I said at the beginning of the year, as the CFTC celebrates our 50th anniversary, we are always served our mission to promote market integrity and liquidity in the commodity derivatives markets that are critical to the real economy and global trade, ensuring American growers, producers, merchants, and other commercial end users can mitigate risk to their businesses and also support strong U.S. economic growth. This year, we also refocused on our mandate to promote responsible innovation and fair competition as the CFTC prepares to take on expanded oversight of new markets and new products like digital assets, crypto, and prediction markets. I am deeply grateful for the CFTC's expertise, experience, and care in safeguarding the public's trust while championing progress, growth, and access to markets." And we already know that the CFTC and the SEC are now working together on pro digital asset innovation. So I do think that Michael's going to be a great player for all of this. And of course, we do have over here Trump's pro crypto dream team is officially here. White House crypto czar David Sachs says the U.S. finally has the leadership to unlock crypto's future. Sachs called CFTC Chair Michael Selig and SEC Chair Paul Atkins a regulatory dream team for digital assets as Congress moves closer to passing landmark market structure legislation. Clear rules, aligned regulators, and political will, the era of crypto clarity in America may have officially begun. And again, with the stacked team behind Trump for crypto, it feels as if going forward, we are going to see some significant moves. Right now, it might not seem as though everything is positive around crypto, especially with price action, but going into 2026, I do feel as if everything is going to shift. I think that with regulatory discussions and plans in place, I do think that that's going to open the door for a lot of innovation to happen. And again, when we think about a lot of these utility-based projects that we are investing into or even holding, their future really relies on adoption, integration, and utilization. And we don't get there without, the right policies in place. So that's why we are so focused on these bills. That's why we're so focused on regulators really planning around this in a positive way. And now, with what we're starting to see here, it feels as if we are going to get rid of all of those obstacles leading to, the major, shift for these assets like XRP, H4, et cetera. And it's really going to put them into, it's going to put everything into overdrive. And I'm very excited about that. Now, talking about that, we also do have over here, new Congress is now prepared to send the Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill to Trump's desk, says CFTC Chairman Selig. So, he just got announced as the chair, and already we see that they're now prepared to send the Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill to Trump's desk. I'm not too sure on how, credible this is. I'm going to wait until we see anything with this, but, if this is the case going into 2026, we know that January was the focus from David Sachs, also from Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. So, if that is the case, going forward in January, we could definitely see this get fully passed through, which would be pretty significant for the entire space. We also heard from Patrick Witt, continued regulatory uncertainty for digital assets comes at a heavy cost. As with AI, there is a global technological race underway for digital asset supremacy. For America to win, clear rules of the road are desperately needed. There is no time to waste. Congress must act. And we have here regulatory delays trigger 952 million exodus from U.S. crypto funds. So again, this post here is that clear view that there is a race underway for digital asset supremacy. And these governments, these nations are going to do everything in their power to clear the obstacles for tapping into, integrating, and adopting digital asset technology. This should get you very excited about what's coming because again, it's clearly showing us that crypto's not going anywhere. Like this is here to stay. These nations want to adopt it and utilize it. They see the value behind it. They see the power behind it. And I even said back in the beginning of the year, and I'll say it again right now because I'm that confident in it. Trump wants to utilize the crypto space as a financial weapon, similar to how we utilized the dollar for decades as a financial weapon. This might seem like a bad thing to many. However, it's very bullish because unlike the US dollar, we're not just going to see, printing of digital assets. No, we're going to see this admin and this government, the largest government in the world, utilizing the technology as a financial weapon to streamline our financial system and get ahead in the tech race that's underway. If that doesn't get you bullish, I don't know what will. And of course, yes, this puts a big spotlight on US-based companies and projects. I know it's hard to determine if a project is US-based, like for example, the XRP ledger, but we do know that Ripple is a US-based company that's based around blockchain that has a massive institutional stack that is also positioning XRP at the core. That's very beneficial because it also means that Ripple could very well be the chosen one here to be tapped in, along with a few other ones like Hedera, Stellar, etc. But that's very exciting because again, everything that's happening here for regulatory, discussions and moves being made, all of that's clearing a path for these types of companies and these types of projects as well. So I'm very excited about that. And also, by the way, we do know that a new Fed chair will be picked by the first week of January. A lot of people are looking into this. They're trying to, see who's going to be picked. In the past, I know that there's been a lot of pro-crypto Fed chairs as well that were, starting to be looked into. But it seems as though the entire team is changing around the US. And most of them, if not all of them, are pro-crypto. And I don't think that that's by choice. I think that it's by plan because going forward, I do think that the US is going to tap into crypto in a much bigger way than just simply saying, hey, we're going to have a strategic crypto reserve and, we want to support stablecoins. I think that it's much bigger than that. I think that we are seeing a complete rewiring of our entire financial system because that's what we've been hearing and seeing from some of the biggest names out there like Swift, the DTCC, massive major banks, etc. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video.